Okay, friends, I want you to get your point of view guided notes ready. We're going to walk through together and fill them out. So I'm going to go to my next slide. Okay, it says, what is point of view? Up top, it says point of view is the blank from which a story is told. The same information or story can be shared in different ways. So on this line up top, we're going to write perspective. So the point of view is the perspective from which a story is told. So who's telling the story? What kinds of words are they using to tell those stories? Is it a character in the story that's telling it? Is it someone that's watching over them? That's what we're going to learn about. Okay. We're going to start with first person point of view. So this is told by a person or character that is in the story. So they are actually in the story. Okay, if you look down here, it says, sitting on the floor, I watched the vase come crashing down as mom came rushing into the room. I started to cry. Why was this happening to me? So that is first person point of view because the person in the story is telling it. Some of those words that they are using are I, me, we, us. So if you see words like that in the story, you know that it's first person point of view. Go ahead and get those filled out. If I'm going too fast, you can always hit pause and then continue to write. And then when you're ready, you can hit play again. Okay. We're going to move to second person point of view. So second person point of view is when a narrator directly addresses the reader. Okay, so let's look at our example down here. It says, you were in the living room and were not paying attention. Your legs knocked the table and mom's favorite vase shattered on the floor. So some words that they use to show second person point of view is you, your, yours, and yourself. So if you see words like you or your, it's going to be second person point of view. Okay, go ahead and pause if this is too fast. But now we're going to move on to third person point of view. And there are two different types of third person point of view. We have limited or omniscient. It's a big word for you fourth graders. Omniscient. So let's start with limited. It says the narrator knows the thoughts. I'm going to make that smaller for you so you can see it all. So the narrator knows the thoughts, the don't know why my caps lock was on. The feelings of one character. Okay, so the narrator knows the thoughts and feelings of just one character in the book. Some of the words that they're going to use are he, she, him, her, and it. And our example on the bottom says, rolling on the floor, Pete was waiting on his mom to get ready. Not paying attention, he knocked into the table, causing the vase to fall. Pete was so angry with himself. So our narrator knows what Pete is feeling, and that's it. We don't know how mom is feeling, okay? And then now we're going to go to omniscient. So the narrator in omniscient knows the thoughts, feelings, of all the characters. Okay, so they know all of them. So if we come down here, some of our words are going to be they, them, and they're going to use character names. So our example on the bottom, I know it's kind of cut off by my, face being in the corner, but I'm going to read it from my paper. So it says, feeling rushed, Mom was quickly getting ready as Pete waited impatiently. Rolling on the floor, Pete watched in horror as the vase shattered. Unsure of what broke, Mom came charging into the room. So we know what Pete's feeling and we know what Mom's thoughts and feelings in this story. Okay, so make sure you get all of that typed in your paper, and then, or typed, written on your paper, and then you're going to go to my next slide, and now you're going to listen to the story of the Three Little Pigs. The video will be right here, and so while you're listening, you're going to think, a narrator is the person telling the story. A story can be told by first person, meaning someone is in the story is telling it. It could also be third person, meaning the narrator is not part of the story. Who is telling the story, and how do you know? So after you listen, you're going to open up to day 1 in your 4th grade, and that is right here, point of view, day 1. I hope that's not backwards. Sorry if it is. And then you're going to write on here, and on the next slide, we're going to talk about what your answer should be. Okay? So you're going to listen to the story of the true story of the Three Little Pigs, fill out your little point of view, and then you're going to check your answer on the next slide. I will see you over on the next slide after you've listened to the video or listened to the story and written about what point of view you think it is. Make sure you use your notes to help you.